What is going on, everyone? Chris with Swagglehaus Comics and Pop Culture. All right, I've been waiting to do this video for a really long time, and this is for all of you out there that think I do nothing but hate on Key Collector. All right, now before I get into this video, of course, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please take some time to do so. Check out all the awesome links below, including how you can support the channel via patreon.com for only $3.99 a month, how you can get your own official Swagglehaus Comics merch and still help support the channel, and of course, check out our comic book canon YouTube, where we have live shows every Friday night. And don't forget, guys, I have that Swagglehaus Comics code to Covrprice.com where you could get 2 months for $1.99 a month for their unlimited membership. All right, enough of all that. Let's get into this video. What does it say? It says, Key Collector proves CGC wrong. Cameo controversy continues. Okay, so let me just put things in perspective. Maybe this is your first time watching my channel. Maybe not. I've done a couple videos in the past where I addressed issues with Key Collector labeling comics in a way that I disagreed with. I'm not going to get into that right now. I have videos of that if you want to watch those. But in all those videos, I said, I'm not here to blackball Key Collector. I think this is an issue specific to these situations. And today, I'm going to show you all why it's not Key Collector that's the problem. It's the industry itself that's a problem, and it needs to be addressed industry-wide, all right, when it comes to labels, all right? So in this scenario that we're going to be looking at today, Key Collector, to my humble opinion, and even though I say it's my opinion, I base it on fact. In this scenario, Key Collector has it right, and CGC has it wrong. And not only CGC has it wrong, but other industry entities have it wrong as well. All right, let's go into this, and I want you all to follow along step by step. What we're talking about today mainly is Batman issue number 357. All right, this is Key Collector Comics. This is how they list the comic in relations to Killer Croc. That's the only thing we're going to look at. We don't care about Jason Todd or anything else that's going on in this book. We are going to focus on Killer Croc. All right, Batman 357. Key Collector Comics states that this is the second cameo appearance of Killer Croc. All right, we're going to hold that right there. Why do they state that? Well, because Detective Comics 523 is considered the first cameo appearance of Killer Croc, and that came right before Batman 357. Now, let me tell you guys what is fact that everyone agrees on. There's a storyline going on. It starts in Detective Comics number 523, and then it continues over into Batman 357. That's agreed upon by everyone. And then from there, it continues on to this comic book right here, Detective Comics 524. Everyone agrees on that, but let's go back. Key Collector says that this is the first cameo. Batman 357 is the second cameo. But let's look at what CGC is calling Batman 357. We have it right here in this right corner of the label. First full appearance of Killer Croc. First full appearance of Killer Croc. Key Collector. Second cameo appearance of Killer Croc. Well, CGC has to be right? And it's Key Collector that's wrong. Hold your horses. Let's look at it. Let's look at what else is going on here. Okay. Again, everyone does agree that Detective Comics 523 is the first appearance of Killer Croc in Cameo. That's agreed upon. But look at what CBCS does for Batman 357. First full appearance of Killer Croc. Whoa. So, okay. CBCS and CGC are labeling this book as the first full appearance of Killer Croc. And Key Collector is labeling it as a cameo. So, it's got to be Key Collector that's wrong here, right? Let's look at PGX. Batman 357, first full appearance of Killer Croc. Okay, this is 3-1 now. 3-1. Key Collector Comics app is completely wrong here. They are wrong. They're wrong. Hold on. This is Covrprice. What do they label Batman 357. First appearance of Jason Todd and cameo of Killer Croc. So they're calling it a cameo. Okay, it's 3-2 now. It's 3-2. Let's see who else is involved in this. Oh, we got Go Collect. What do they label Batman 357? First cameo appearance of Killer Croc. Honestly, I think Go Collect is wrong altogether, but we're not going to get into those details yet. The bottom line here is that Go Collect is calling it a cameo. Now we're tied 3-3. We got 3 people calling Batman 357 a cameo of Killer Croc, and 3 other individuals, or should I say industry entities, labeling it as Killer Croc's first full appearance. Okay. I'm going to let you guys decide. All right. We're going to bring up the books in question. All right. Remember what I said. Almost everybody across the board agrees that Detective Comics 523 is the first cameo of Killer Croc. We're going to breeze through this, guys. All right. We're going to breeze through this book, and we're going to have fun doing this together. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We don't need to read the story together or anything like that, okay? But what we do have here is an individual that shows up right here on page 5. Right here, you see a hand. And they say, oh, Croc, it's you. So we got a name. That doesn't mean anything, though, even though some people, oh, you said his name. It must be a full appearance. No, I'm not even going to get into that. All right, we got a hand. All right, next page, here we are. We got this mysterious guy called Croc. He's talking nervous. You weren't nervous when I first approached you. Da-da-da-da-da. We got a conversation going on. And then, some more talking down here. Talking here, boom. I won't wish you luck. Frankly, you're not worth it. Walks away, and then that's it. That's it, right? And then we could go through the rest of the book. And this character does not show up again. So let's count. For the sake of argument, let's count. We got 2 full pages with 1 panel here of a hand in word bubbles. All right. Here's 2 panels. And technically 3 and 4 panels. 4 panels across 2 pages. Talking in all of them, right? And then the character disappears, and then we get through the rest of the book. We don't see this character again. And the end. This is another story here. So, okay. So, again, industry-wide, this book is seen as the first cameo appearance of Killer Croc. I agree. It doesn't matter that he's talking. It doesn't, we counted up the panels and the pages. He wasn't a primary player in the story that really affected the story. It's definitely a setup to something bigger that's going on later on. So and what everyone agrees on is that this book comes next in the storyline. That's a fact. Okay, so we're going to pull up Batman 357. All right, here we are, Batman 357. We're going to dive into it together. This is exciting. I'm so excited that you guys are doing this with me. Okay, so we continue on the story from Detective Comics 523. Action going on. Boom, pow, bam, crack, right? All right. Batman's beating up the bad guys. Who are you? I'm Batman. No, that's in the movie, not in the book. But anyways, you get my point. All right, we're moving on here. I don't know what's going on here. Gordon's getting his blood work done. And, okay, here comes Batman. And, here's some bad guys getting chased by somebody on a motorcycle. And they're going to the gang. And boom, bam, pow. And, we got Uzis and stuff. Lots of fun stuff going on. Batman, okay. Circus. Oh, wait. What do we have here? Okay. We have an image of a guy. This looks like Croc. It looks like the same guy in Detective 523. Talking down here. I hate crowds. Talking. Here's 1 panel. Talking. We go to the next page. Talking in the shadows. Croc. Sure, Croc. He's named again. Okay, this is the same character, the same mysterious character in this trench coat with no face. All right, here he is again, not talking. So let's count it. That's 2 pages, 4 panels, and he's not talking in all of them. Disappears. Oh, there he is again. 1 more panel. Is that him saying yeah? 5 panels. Here he is again in the background, not talking. 6 panels. And we're going through the story. We're going through the story. And boom, bam, boom. Boom, that's it. Okay, let's count. For the sake of argument, we're going to count again. This is 6 total panels. Next to what? 4 from the last one. And he's across 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. So, okay, we got a couple more panels across a couple more pages. Still, this is a cameo. It's a mysterious character that's obviously something else is going on that's being set up that we don't know about yet. He doesn't substantiate the story yet in this issue. He's not relevant at all, and it's still a mystery to who this character really is. We do not see a face. Something's going on. We don't get it. We can pull him right out of the story, and it doesn't take away from the story that's actually happening in this issue. This is basically the same type of setup that we saw in Detective Comics 523. All right, now we're going to go to the next book in this storyline, and that is Detective Comics number 524. All right. So here we go. We dive in. Here he is again. Mysterious character. There's 1 page. Then we got him down here. He's talking. That's 2 pages. 3 pages. Oh, look, we get a face reveal right here. Sorry, right here. What's that? 3 pages now. We get a face reveal. But now the storyline dives into the story arc of this character, Croc. There he is. Face reveal again. He's on every page of the book so far. More stuff happening with Batman, yada, yada, yada. Here he is again. Full face. We're following his story now. Here comes Batman. There's Croc. Like I said, nobody threatens Croc. Goodbye, fat boy. And then it says, in Batman number 358 next month, Killer Croc. Okay, this is what the last 2 cameos set up. This is a first full appearance. This character is throughout the pages of the story. I think if we had to count, the character is on more than half of the pages of this book. And the storyline and the story arc now revolves around this character, Croc. This is a full appearance. So let's go back. Who had it right? Who had it wrong? Let's look at Batman 357. Second cameo appearance of Killer Croc. And let's look at what they state here. This issue is cited as the first full appearance of Killer Croc, but there is no difference in his depiction as a gangster in a trench coat and a fedora as first seen in Detective Comics number 523. In Detective Comics 524, he is revealed to have crocodile features and takes place in the story, and the story arc actually revolves around him. So again, Key Collector Comics is right. They are absolutely right. And look at what they state. For Detective Comics 524, this is the first full appearance of Killer Croc. Hands down. Hands down. CGC, you have it wrong. And this is going to be my assumption. This is going to be my assumption. What CGC does, we're going to follow suit. CBCS. What CGC does, we're going to follow suit. PGX. This is the problem. This is the bigger problem. Look, this video isn't sitting here saying that I don't still have issues with the discrepancies in some of Key Collector's labeling. I do. in the inconsistencies. But I've always, and even when I've talked about key collectors' inconsistencies, I've always given them the benefit of the doubt, stating this. Any industry entity like Key Collector or CGC or Go Collect or CBCS or PGX or Covrprice, they will always have room for error or room for questionable subjectivity, as long as the industry doesn't have a concrete standard. And yes, I talk about industry standard. There is an industry standard based on precedent, but it's still not etched in stone. And that's why I'm going to give CGC the benefit of the doubt right here. Hey, look, there's no concrete standard across the board. But what I always say is precedent. There's enough precedent and definition to clarify what the difference between a cameo and a full appearance is. In CGC, this is clearly not a full appearance. If this is a full appearance, CGC, Annual X-Men 14 is a full appearance. And what do you call that? You call it a cameo. Actually, this is even more of a cameo than Annual 14 with Gambit, because at least you see Gambit's face and you identify with the character a little more. And again, not that showing your face is a exclamation point that makes it, okay, this is a full appearance. No, I'm not saying that. But still, we don't even have the character's face in this book. This is a cameo appearance, and it matters. It matters. It matters because if we look at what the market is doing in terms of value, collectors are looking at the labels and making their decisions based on the labels. And yeah, maybe they're ill-informed, and I will always tell collectors, don't just use one source, or don't just believe the source. Educate yourself. Read the book. If you don't want to spend however much this book costs, the $100+ or whatever, buy the digital download that I did for $1.99. Okay? You make the decision if you feel that it's worth it, if this is a first appearance or a full appearance based on precedent. And regardless of the label, you tell yourself what you value. But I'm going to tell you right now. Now, what's interesting is because Batman 357 is the first cameo of Jason Todd, it's already a high-valued book. So I don't think that CGC calling it the first full appearance of Killer Croc is the only reason why its value is what it is. But I'll tell you what, guys. The fact that Detective Comics 524's rough fair market value for a high is only around $30 is because people don't make decisions for themselves. They believe heavily in what they're fed. And that's why I want to hold every industry entity accountable, whether it's Key Collector or CGC or Go Collect or Covrprice or CBCS. There has to be consistency. And if CGC called Detective Comics 524 the first full appearance of Killer Croc, more people would recognize that. And I guarantee you that value would be going up. I guarantee you. But again, the market doesn't dictate. The market doesn't dictate. The labels do. The labels, the only thing the market dictates is the fair market value. But that fair market value is dictated by what we are fed from entities that provide us with the labels, and we believe them at face value. This is a problem, and this is why I continue to talk about this. And this is why I really hope that you guys are seeing. This isn't a problem with Key Collector. And it's not just a problem with CGC, it's an industry problem. And that's why I encourage people that have a voice in this community or in this industry to have the conversation. Why I think Nick is in a position of power with Key Collector to have the conversation, to sit down at a round table with some of the executives at CGC or Overstreet or CBCS or the influencers on YouTube or, you know, executives at Marvel and DC, or even maybe just artists or writers at Marvel and DC, to sit down at a table and say, we need to get a standard written in stone, or this is going to continue to be a problem. With that said, I'm going to leave it there. I would really love to know all of your guys' comments below and what you think of this matter. I'll say it one more time. Key Collector is right. 100%, without doubt, correct when it comes to Killer Croc. If anybody disagrees, I will love for you to leave your comments below, but believe me, I will take you to court. I will take you to the court of opinion. So good luck. But I love you guys, man. Thank you for watching today. You know I love this stuff. You know I love this stuff. And look, at the end of the day, it is to better this industry, to better this community, and to better this hobby. I'm all about transparency and consistency. Let's get there. Let's make more effort. Let's have these conversations. But respectfully, we can't get nowhere pointing fingers and bad-mouthing. This is a respectful conversation. So I hope you guys continue that in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. And until next time.